you've reached Call Your Publicist, your go to source for PR moves, media moments, and brand strategies that keep businesses and people in the headlines for the right reasons. I'm one of your hosts, Jenna Guarneri, CEO and founder of JMG Public Relations.
And I'm your co-host, Alexandra Anastasio. Let's start talking.
Today we're sitting down with Frank Kabatas, the pizza man of NYC and the owner of East Village Pizza, who has over 1.7 million followers on Instagram.
Fantastic.
Frank, I'm so excited you're joining with us today because you've been a long-term client now of ours. And for our viewers who might not be in New York or who might just be learning a little bit about East Village Pizza, can you share a little bit about your journey? Because I think that's one of the most intriguing things.
First of all, thank you, and I'm happy working with you too. And you're always a great help. 1997, from Turkey to here, the journey started. I did not know what I will do. I did not know, but I just wanted to start it. It's for everybody. Like you get in a way and you pick your stuff on the way. That's what we say in back there. And when I got here, I had to work. My family back in Turkey, we were poor. We are not rich at all. And I had to work somewhere. Did I choose the pizzeria intentionally? No, I did not know. I just needed a job, and my brother was working there. The owner was Turkish. I didn't speak English at all. A couple words from high school, and that's how I started to work. I needed a job desperately. Was looking for a job. I started to work at East Village Pizza, probably at the second week that I got here, and I was very happy that I got a job. And I worked about 6 months. I learned some. I had some experience about 6 months. I learned some English to talk, and after 6 months, I got fired. The reason I got fired, it's a long story, but I had a fight. Let's say I had a fight with the mean prep guy, so I had to go home. I remember I told you once that the owner told me, "Don't fight with the person who you cannot cover." So I had to go home because I'm the inexperienced guy. And I didn't quit. I still look for a job. In the meantime, I was looking to go to a school to learn English because I know one thing that if I want to stay here, I had to learn English. I had to talk what people talk here. And I start to go to school in Long Island University, and I start to work a job when I got fired from East Village Pizza to Ben's Pizzeria in West Village. And for about probably year and a half, I worked there, where I learned mostly to ingredients to dough for pizza. Most I learned from there, and I worked hard, probably about like 13 hours a day, and I went 5 hours school, and I had a ride about an hour to home. I used to live on Avenue J and Ocean Avenue. That's how I know Dominic. Rest in peace. I like him. When I go back and front to the train station, sometimes I used to help him. Sometimes he used to yell at me, like, "What are you doing here?" But I had a good passion about him because I did not know how old was he at the time, but probably let's say 65. He did his job with a passion. He never. I don't think when he was making pizza, he was a pizza guy. He probably was thinking he's a Picasso making his art. That's how he was making pizza. And I learned a lot from him, the way he acts, the way he makes pizza. That age, he still was making pizza. He didn't say most people are now when they are 60 hours, we're gonna go home. He did pizza until probably his last minutes. And I learned the ingredients, the pizza, how to play around with the pizza, the place that I actually worked year and a half. And the owner's name was John. Uh, Strange, I didn't speak English, not well, like a couple words. When I asked him, I need a job, he answered back. He said, "Yes, okay, I need someone come work," but I didn't understand what he said. So I never forget. He held my arm behind the counter. He took behind the counter and he said, "Okay, here, start to work." And I did work hard. Uh, I did work hard, but when he sees that I work hard and I'm trying something, he started to teach me uh, the things like he started to let me make the sauce, the kneading the dough, And finally, he put me on the pizza. He said, "Okay, you're ready for making pizza." I burned a couple pizza, I break a couple pizzas, but he never said anything. He said, "You're gonna get there, you're gonna get there," which I did. I did get there. And a year and a half, did uh, he did sell his pizza because he's retired, and I quit. It's not that I wanted to quit, but the guy that who actually bought it, he's got his own team, so I had to quit, and I had to go to Long Island to work in a Domino's Pizza. Another year and a half, maybe 2 years since 2003. My friends, how I figured it out, my friends was working there. I started there as a delivery guy by car, and ended up being a manager, managing the store for about a year. And I learned a lot of things, of course, from Domino's Pizza. In either they don't make good pizza. I know. I'm sorry to say this, but they really don't make good pizza. But they know how to make marketing. They're still number one pizza selling company
Right.
in the world because they know how to sell it. Remember, I said I know how to make good pizza,
Right.
but I didn't know how to sell it. So I need help to sell it. That's what they do. I learned from them a lot, and I take some courses in the Baltimore about running a pizzeria, managing a store. And I heard, I don't want to go too detailed, so I think this is enough. I heard that East Village Pizza was on sale. I went back and bought the store. It wasn't a revenge just because of like he fired me. No, the owner, he had no choice to send me home. But uh, when I when he fired me, I still went there. I still had pizza. I still talked to him. He was very nice. I like sometimes actually I went there and worked to help him. Yeah, I never mentioned this, but I did on Friday, Saturday night when he needs help. So we were good. But he I heard that he's selling. He never thought that I was gonna ready to buy. But I went there, told him, look, you're selling it. I know how much. I don't know how much you're asking for, but I have this. What's your deal? This that, and we ended up buying the store. You, I did not have much experience, but thank God I did. I grew up with this Swiss pizza from 2003 to 2012. I grew up there. Means like I grew up my skills how to run a store because people think, oh, just pizza, making pizza. Behind the scenes, there is a lot of things that you have to deal with. Honestly, like you have to control your dough, you have to control your employees, you have to be good with your employees, you have to hire a good employees, health department, New York City, fire department.
There's a lot
I
involved.
did not know all these things, but thank God I did. I learned and I grew up with East Village Pizza from 2003 to 2012, 2011, 2012. That's how I actually started my journey. But I at 2003 I would say I was a kid, but 2012 I grew up.
Well, you've
What I
learned
was
so
doing.
much between what was that, 9 years? So
Right.
you learned so much about
I
how
did.
to run a business and
Yeah.
starting your own business. So not just going from being an employee to then going to say, I'm gonna buy this place. Like
Right.
that's a big jump and a very courageous one at that because you don't know what you don't know until you dive in.
Right.
It's a risk, and
Yeah.
I took the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know why? No. Do I know? Did I have a courage?
But thank God you
No.
did.
Yeah.
Thank God I did.
Yeah.
Thank God I did, and thank God I come here. I come to United States.
Mhm.
It was a good it was a good start for me to come to United States. I'm not gonna say American dream, but it's an American dream.
I mean, it
Like,
sounds
yes.
like
Did
it
you come by
is.
yourself or
My
did
brother was here.
Oh, he was already
He
here.
was already here. I After 4 years I got here. I was the lucky one. I got a green card, so I didn't have to hustle all this.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask you this. Obviously, you came here. You didn't know what you wanted to do, right? You said you
Right.
just came here. But as kids, we kind of all have like this dream of what we want to be when we grow up. We kind of envision like, oh, when you're a little boy, I want to do this. So obviously, I don't think this was on your, dream to own a pizzeria. Like, what was your when you were a kid? What
No,
was your vision for yourself?
I did not know if I was gonna be a pizzeria owner. I did not know if I was gonna work in a pizza shop. I did not
Right.
know where I need to work, but what I knew is one thing.
Right.
I had to do something
Right.
for a successful. I wouldn't call it successful life, but for as a young kid, I have to do something that is gonna take me somewhere.
Right.
Do I know?
Fulfilling.
Do I know where? No. You could say good feeling. You could say something that I can say I did this because human being needs to. Everybody needs to show ourselves. Like
Of
I
course.
did this. I could do this. I could do this. But I had a goal.
Right.
Means that I got here, I left my family. It's not that easy to leave your family. It's
No,
not that easy.
I can
Every
imagine.
everybody I left, like my friends, my I was 23, like 23 of years of my life I left behind.
Right.
So uh, I'm trying to say, like, what I left there to have something here, it's gotta be worth it.
Oh,
It has
Absolutely.
to worth
Yeah.
what I
Right.
left. So I did have a goal, but I didn't know what exactly goal was, but
Right.
I had to do something. Like, if I need to work in a pizzeria, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna do something better to grow up there.
Right.
If I'm gonna be a salesman, I wanna do something. I wanna start from here, but I wanna grow up.
Right.
Uh, Pizzeria, being an owner was a plus for me. I did not expect that early. It wasn't that early though. It was like 1997 to 2003 was like 5 years. But as I said, I took a risk.
Right.
It was a risk. I was too courage for it, and to to understand what you need to actually do is, I believe that you have to have a you have to have a hustle
Right.
for your life to get a to get something better.
Right.
You probably would not. I probably would not know what I'm going to get. I did not know if I'm gonna be here and having a conversation with JMG PR.
Right.
You know, never thought about it. I did not know I'm gonna be on the TVs. Now everybody's calling me, hey, I saw you here, I saw you there.
That's fantastic.
One thing that I wanted to mention, I never did this to be on the TV.
Right.
I swear to God, I never did this on the TV. I want to make something good,
Right.
so people could talk about it. I personally, what am I gonna? I'm the face. It could be somebody else face of East Village Pizza, but if East Village Pizza is making a good pizza, that's gonna be that's gonna be on the news.
Right.
That's actually one of the on the there. So I did not know I'm gonna be here, but when you start walking on your way out, always it gives you something. Always it gives you something to reach more goals.
Right.
Like, you started, you walk halfway, you learn how to make pizza. Another way, you learn how to make better pizza. Another way, you own a pizzeria. And another way, people get to know you. Another way, your neighborhood knows you. Then you're on TVs that everybody knows you. People come all around the world.
Right. So you start climbing the ladder. It's
Yeah.
like you're working towards the next
It is
goal.
a ladder because I believe no one is getting up there with elevator. Elevator
No,
is
you
only
need
for
hard work.
only
Hard
for
work and hustle.
lazy
I like
people.
that phrase.
I don't
Yes.
even use
Okay.
elevator at my home. I stay.
Hard work and hustle.
Yeah.
So you talk about those early days when you were, like you said, you just became an owner. Were there challenges? I'm sure there were. What were some of the challenges that you faced? Because obviously this is the first time now you're owning the pizzeria, right? It has to be a little different than just working there. It's now your responsibility and your employees. So
I'm not gonna lie. The first day I thought, like, damn, what I did. Like, but I think some like everybody has a gift from God, right? Like, when you
Right.
created, you had some ability to do it. I believe that everybody has that. I think my side is there. I like to hustle with hard things. Like, I like going through. I how do you say it in English? I don't give up. I don't give
You
up.
like challenges.
I like challenge. I don't give up. I go until the end,
Right.
and I say I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do it. I know it's hard. I know it's easy. It's not easy. Uh, I used to work 12 hours, 13 hours when I did not own a store. Now I'm working 17 hours. I I remember days, probably more than days, like months. I closed the store at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
I had a bed downstairs, not a bed, like something. I went to sleep, and at 10 a.m. I got up and I opened the store 11 o'clock for service. I did that.
Wow.
And if I didn't do it, I would not probably run the store. I would probably lose it. 2010, we had a lot of hard times, like everybody did.
Right.
When the financial crisis happened, probably 3, 4 months, 5 months, 4 months, I could not make money to pay the rent. I had borrow some money from friends to pay the rent. I talked to the owner. I'm gonna, I give me some break, this and that. 4 or 5 months, I didn't make money even to pay the rent. I only could pay the employees because I had two employees, and me and my brother were working there. So hard times are comes, but when when it hits you, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger.
Yes.
Hmm.
It actually sometimes I think motivates you even more, right? When you're in that, because that hustle just, I know, goes into overdrive.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that fight or flight mode where you're like, okay, I have to get this done because I don't want to lose my business. And I
Exactly.
love what I do. So how do I make it so I don't lose it?
Right.
And
Right.
I can,
Some people thrive off of that.
yes,
They
yes.
succeed off of
The adrenaline.
craziness,
It's
the
the adrenaline of
It keeps
trying
you
to
motivated.
It's the main thing that actually the challenge of the hard things or easy things. If you have the ability to challenge,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way you could be successful. When I say successful, it's not you're gonna make millions. I don't talk about money
Right.
because I see a lot of stupid people making millions. It's not that, but successful of the life.
right. You
What I
love
am
what
right
you
now,
do.
where I am right now, I love what I do and I'm happy.
Yes.
That's all I need.
That's success.
That's
Mhm.
actually a success. I never talk about money.
So would you say success for you is about happiness?
100%. What you do is happy. What you are gonna do is gonna make you happy. That's it.
Well, and the way he speaks is so much like that true entrepreneurial spirit, right? He's constantly hustling. And that's one of the things I admire about you most is that every time we have a conversation, every time I see you, there's always a new idea brewing. There's always some sort of out of the box thinking that you have, and even gets me thinking,
Right.
wow. And but that's such an entrepreneur right there.
Thank you.
And then also too how you've built your brand. I mean, it's such a brand identity, between the boxes and
Yes.
everything else and putting yourself in front of the camera, right? And also the social media following. There's so many nuances to it.
Right.
How did you realize early on, and where did you get started in the process of building your brand? Because I mean, now it's so nuanced, but where were you?
2000, I believe 2011,
Mhm.
2010, I start thinking like what I should do. 2011, 2012, that how I actually build up what I need to do, start to build a brand. Because I figured it out that I make good pizza, but I need a brand to sell it.
Right.
I need a branding to sell it. That's how I figured out. That's how I started Facebook. That's how I started Instagram. At 2012, I told just many times, many in many opposites. Uh, People only using the Instagram for their personal usage, and I was actually posting pizza pictures. There was no video at that time.
Right.
Only pizza pictures, and people were laughing at me like friends, like, "What are you doing? Hey, this is your personal thing." And I used to tell them, guys, you see me every day, like you know who I am, you know what I am. Even though a good picture I take and post it on Instagram, you're not gonna say Frank gets any better because you already know me. I know you know me in
Right.
person, but I show you my pizza. At least you can come and eat it. You know,
Mhm.
that's the philosophy of having myself on front of the customers is actually I figured that out that people want to see someone.
Yes.
People wanted to see someone that who is behind this,
Mhm.
and that's how it wasn't that easy to make this logo. It took me a lot of time to put this logo on the box. It took me a lot of time thinking like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Because especially talking on the media, talking on Instagram, I did 3 years Instagram live streaming. It's hard because you're putting yourself, the people they're gonna see, but that actually gives trust.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to learn to show yourself to the people who you are making pizza or who you are making food. That this is very old style. Like if you go back, uh, uh, let's say 100 years ago, a restaurant, the owner should the owner should be in restaurants.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
like when someone goes there, the owner welcome him in.
And welcome you.
Now it's not like that, but at least they people sees you on TV, on your boxes, on your branding.
Mhm.
So people want to see someone that they can trust.
Mhm.
Why? Because probably if something happened, they could directly come to you and ask the question.
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I would like
Yeah.
if I go to a restaurant, I really would like to know who is making the food, who is behind it, because if I have any problem, I could directly ask it.
Right. Well, it's all about that humanization that's so popular right now for brands because people want to build that trust, feel like they know who the person is that they're supporting,
Absolutely.
right? It's that
Right.
so you feel like you're doing good by supporting other people with the business versus conglomerates, right? And then I do love that idea of in restaurants, the owners used to always be present, but now this is with social media, it's the digital version with live streaming, putting yourself out
It's
there.
the same thing.
Right.
It never changed. It's just
Yeah.
a way of making
Yeah.
It's
the
just another way to
branding.
communicate.
Yeah.
Correct.
But I think that's great when you say connecting with the people who come in, because I remember there was a restaurant in Staten Island where the owner, and he was the chef, was always out there. He always came to the table and he'd be talking to you. And even if you had a question about, one of the dishes, or he'd tell you how he made it, or he'd be making a dessert table side so you can see what he was doing. And then he started doing videos. And so I think there's that connection that your customers feel like, hey, I'm going into East Village, I'm going to see Frank. Like, they want to see that, and they want to, now they know you.
Mhm.
And so using social media like that is such a smart idea.
It
And it
is.
really helps you stand out, because let's face it, in New York City, especially, like, it's competitive, right? So you're coming up with things that make you stand out. And now people will remember you and say, oh, I got to go to East Village because he has, and I have to name it, your double stack,
Right.
which we need to talk about that. But, you're letting people into your world. And that's what social media is all about.
Mhm.
You're giving them an inside look.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think it's also important to note, though, with brand building, there still has to be the foundation of a high quality product.
100%. You
Right.
have
So
to.
you
Yes.
have that.
Yes.
And so for people who might not be familiar with the pizza world, if they're not in New York City and have that, it's a competitive
Fantastic.
nature here. So to be able to play in that space is such an accomplishment, and you've been able to successfully do that. But what would you say is a standout feature of East Village Pizza in terms of the quality, right? Do you love the sauce? Do you love the dough? Is there something specific that, without telling us your secret ingredients, like, is there something that you put into the pizza in terms of love or, attention that you want to focus on?
I'm going to change the dough. I did change the dough. Not that I did change the dough. Now I'm making different, because uh, for a long time, when you make pizza, when you play with the flour, this and that, you came up with something better idea. Hey, I have to use this flour. Now I changed. The dough is totally different. When you had the pizza, you're gonna notice.
Mm-hmm.
Not the gluten free. Gluten free is, as I said, it's but I'm gonna change the sauce. It's not that the sauce that I'm using is not good, but you have to give it a touch after a while, because people get used to it, and when you get used to it, you don't know how precious it is.
Right.
If you touch a little bit different side, people are gonna, hey, oh, this is different, and then they're gonna pursue it, that they're gonna demand it, they're gonna want it.
Mhm.
It's uh every day you come to this office, right? You don't notice if there's something on the wall, like, but if I walk here, I notice the wall. I see that there. I see that here. I see that here. When you walk into the office, you don't. It's some same thing with eating pizza. When you eat the pizza, same pizza every day, you are gonna say, okay, this is good, but it's just. But when you change it, you're gonna make the people think over again to about pizza. Let's say, in this is why I like changing. And should we change? Yes, should we change? If you look around the big chains, they don't change the item, but they always add something new to their menu
So is
to
that
make the people
how
think again.
It's like a little small tweak,
Yeah.
just so somebody goes, wait,
subtle enough,
something's,
but
yep,
not drastic. which we wanna
exactly.
do. But is that how double stacked and the cheesy garlic knots came to play?
Well, yes, because I spent time in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
How I call it, I play with my dough. I did. And not always. If I say always, I would lie, but I try making new things. Let's say today I'm gonna eat something, right? Okay, what should I make? I make something different out of my head. This is how double stack pizza came out, and the cheesy garlic nuts. Cheesy garlic nuts. I used to sell garlic nuts, and when people ask cheese, I used to little cheese on top of it. And one day I was like, what happened if I like put bunch of cheese when people ask garlic nuts with cheese and just give it to them? I did. They when normally when they ask garlic nut with cheese, we had very little cheese on top of it
Right.
to make it little cheese. That's it. When customer asked for it, I put bunch of cheese on it, hit it good, melt it, and I gave them a spoon and a fork. Here it is. It goes like this. Just try it. See, I don't even know what's gonna happen. That's the idea came out. It took about 2-3 months for me to put it in the menu. But double stack pizza, it took longer time because it was hard for me to cook the double crust. You have to cook the bottom, you have to cook the top, you have to cook inside. It took about probably about like 6 months for me to figure out. When I ended up the first eatable double stack pizza for customers, I made it on Instagram live stream.
Wow.
I spent time in the kitchen. If you are a driver, you can't uh, drive the car without sitting there.
You have to
If you
perfect your
are
craft.
if you are a chef, if you think you are a chef, if you think you're a pizza man, you have to spend time in your kitchen at least 2 3 days a week. If you don't, you fall behind what's going on in the market. You have to figure out. You have to know. I still search for. I was searching a flour from Italy that actually I can't find here. It directly comes from Italy. I looked there, I looked there, I looked, and I figured out that company has it, but they imported it from Italy. So you have to still shop in the market if you don't want to fall behind. It takes time.
Oh, it does. It's an ongoing, as an entrepreneur, it's an ongoing process to keep growing the business because you have to stay competitive, constantly research. And then there's so many nuances like social media. All of a sudden, that's a new thing we got to
Right.
figure out, right? And then there's a new platform, right?
Right.
You got
Yes,
to constantly stay relevant and
it
informative.
never stops.
And you
Yeah,
got to think
never.
outside the box too,
Yeah.
right? Like you have to, like you were saying, you're in the kitchen and you're thinking up new ideas, new ways to kind of, how should I say it, like excite your customers, right? Like
Right.
what else can we
Right.
come up with?
Surprise them.
Right, surprise
Yeah.
them. So yeah, I mean, I think that's, it's not just you show up and you put something together. A
No, it's
lot
not.
goes
Your
into
employees,
That's-
too.
right.
Yeah.
That's how I express it. I say it's not like I wake up in the morning. I had a dream. Let's make the double stack pizza.
Right.
No, it's not. There is an effort behind it.
Mhm.
Right.
It really has an effort behind it. Like you have to work on it. You have to think about something. It's like reading a book, just like fast they can read. Yes, you could say I read the book, but reading a book and paying attention, seeing what it says, you still can say I read the book.
Mhm.
But this way and that way has about like 30 years experience. This way is just this way, like not happen. But that way has 30 years experience that you're putting your effort that getting what the book says.
Right. Do you have a favorite item on your menu? Like,
Ooh.
what's your
Oh,
favorite?
I feel like I know the answer. I'm gonna see if I'm right. Now.
Margarita,
Do you have a favorite? Because I mean, I would.
I knew it. I knew it.
margarita
I
pizza.
knew it.
Margarita pizza is my favorite. And I make mushroom pizza, and some people like mushroom pizza. And sometimes when I'm over the counter, I go like, guys, why mushroom pizza? There's a margarita pizza here. Just try it.
Right.
If you don't like it, I'll give you the mushroom. I do
People
that.
choose first the mushroom pizza.
Well, some people it's not that mushroom pizza is really good or bad. They think that the mushroom pizza in their head because mushroom pizza is one of the classic that has been on the TV many times as a
Right.
New York style here. That's why people go mushroom. I don't like mushroom. I like my mushroom on my pasta. I like the mushroom on something else on next to my steak, but not on the
Not on your
pizza.
pizza.
I don't.
Yeah,
It's,
understandable.
and that
Respectfully.
doesn't mean that it's not good. People
Yeah.
make that and people eat that,
Right.
but I don't like it. And I tell the people, and when they ask me like why not mushroom pizza? You're making mushroom pizza. I'm making because people asking for it.
Right.
But if you're asking me have this, it's better. That's
Well, now I have to add to that question because as a New Yorker now, how do you eat pizza? Do you fold it? Do you eat with a fork and knife? Or do
I
you eat it
never
flat?
no I never fork and
I have
knife.
to ask.
I
Never
know.
fork and
I
knife.
ask.
Does it cringe you when you see somebody
No.
with a fork and knife? It's
No kind of dressings. No
No.
any kind of dressing. No forks and knife. All you need to do is have it, fold it.
Fold it.
If there is
Yes.
no pecorino romano or reggiano, parmigiano reggiano on the pizza, you could have some on the pizza,
Yeah.
and that's all you could do. Nothing else. No ketchup, no dressing,
Oh
no.
gosh.
They
So,
do it. They
I
do
don't
it.
like
That would
sometimes
hurt
the
me.
hot pepper.
Yeah.
The red pepper.
Oh,
Like, do you ever
okay.
do red pepper?
Well, that's
I don't
that's a
mind that.
classic.
Yeah.
Right. That
Oregano,
I'm okay.
oregano, black pepper, red pepper. That's a spicy.
Yeah.
You don't count it as something added to the pizza.
Mhm.
But when you add ranch, you add it to the pizza. Like when you add something else, you add it to the pizza.
What about like
Yeah.
when people add the hot honey? I mean, I just like regular.
Hot honey is good with
This is good.
pepperoni.
Right.
Is good with pepperoni. Would I do it? No. If I want to eat honey, I have it with my breakfast.
And in my tea.
I have tea, milk and honey, yeah, whatever. Probably I don't know. Being Turkish is that no? Most people are some. I know I know some people. Uh, there are certain things that I don't want this on the pizza, and one of them is honey.
Right.
But it's really good with pepperoni. I tried it.
Okay.
People like it, but I still
Just give me a regular
don't do it.
slice.
I don't do it. I don't do it in store.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't have hot honey on store.
I don't blame.
Should I have it?
No.
No.
I don't want to. I don't want to say 100% no. Maybe next year's,
You
5 years
never know.
later, I would.
You never say never.
Yeah,
Just
No.
not today.
exactly.
Just it's not going to be there today.
Exactly.
And we talked a bit about the culture of New York City with pizza. So, how do you find a balance between, say, the traditional pizza and then also, modernizing in your own twists and ways? How's the balance for you?
It's the balancing is actually I could say I'm right in the middle, but every pizzeria should actually modernize themselves. People are changing, generation are changing, uh, things are changing, New York City are changing, so we have to modernize ourselves no matter what. Just because of it seems good to say I'm an old style pizzeria, it's not gonna help you. That doesn't mean you do something totally different with your pizza, but you have to modernize yourself. You have to look and see what the demands, and you have to give them what they want. I always say I give what people want. Like when they ask me how did you do it, I give what people want because people are asking for this. I give it to them. Do I like mushroom pizza? No, people are asking for it, and I give it to them. Do I like barbecue chicken pizza? No, I don't eat barbecue chicken pizza at all. Like if you pay me to eat a barbecue chicken pizza, I probably would say no. I don't like it, but people are asking for it,
Right.
so
So
you
you're
have to
listening to
give
your
what people.
customers.
So this case, you have to modernize yourself to do generations that actually growing. We don't know what the generation.
Gen Z.
Yeah, Gen Z.
the
Yeah,
one-
whatever.
Gen
Yeah.
Z. It's hard to keep up with. I feel like
I
there's so
know.
many.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I got 3 kids, like, and it's we are having some hard times understanding each other. Yeah, but it's okay.
Do you just mentioned you have 3 kids? Do they come into
They
East Village
do
and
come.
work with
They
you?
do come eat pizza. They don't make pizza. They do come eat pizza, and I get some ideas from them too. Like
Oh.
when they eat pizza, I actually ask them like, hey, what do you think we should do? What do you think we should do here? Do you think this is good pizza? We change it? So I ask them because their ages are the generation that actually in about my oldest one is already 19, but the other ones. So I listen what they say. I try to listen. I try to understand what they
Smart.
say, and I do add their ideas.
Wow.
I do ask them. Yeah.
That's
It's a
pretty
built-in
cool.
focus group.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So you
it is a
can
built-in
see.
one.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So I'm curious too, because East Village Pizza obviously is in the East Village of Manhattan. How do you incorporate the neighborhood at all, or the culture of the neighborhood, or how has that influenced the pizzeria at all?
That's a hard question. I never thought about it. How is that?
Because it is part of the brand identity now.
It is, and I the neighborhood people mostly they know me as a person. Like almost everybody knows me, and when they come for a pizzeria, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I treat them better. It's just because
Well,
it's
your
their neighbor.
community. It's like
Yeah.
a community.
You
You're,
have to.
Let's
you're
say
like unified.
Yeah.
if I see him there 2 times, the third times I don't charge them, and
Yes.
they they feel better. It's not that they don't pay for it, but it's just like give them a trust that hey, look, I
Yeah.
like you, I want you to be here.
Right.
That's a gift
It's
actually.
showing your
Yeah,
appreciation.
Absolutely.
for
Well, you're
your
giving back
customers.
to the
and
community, and
I
it's sort of
I
like that
really
bond.
like getting into my community. It means like getting in with the people because if your community doesn't hold you, I don't think you would be successful.
100%.
Well, 100%. And then, so it's very smart because you think of the brand on a national level, but clearly you also then keep it on the micro where you're considering the local community is so
100%. Like
important.
on the Valentine's Day, I last 4 years I make like 30 heart shaped pizza and give it to my neighbors. I don't charge them, and
Can you imagine opening the door and you have a heart-shaped pizza being delivered to you?
I would be so
So,
happy.
yeah. So I do actually I do like my neighbors, and hopefully they do like me. So it's good to be in a neighborhood that they know you, and you can feel good in the among them.
Well, people always have your back, and then they want to
Absolutely.
support you.
100%.
So
I This is a long time ago, but when the blackout happened in here in New York City, you
yes.
Oh, I
guys
remember
remember?
that. Yes, I do.
Uh, I did make food. I was open because there was gas, no electric. I did make with food with candle, and all my neighbors, I gave them first, sir. All my neighbors, all the area. If from like let's say one uh from 11 12th Street to Houston or 14th Street to Houston, I gave them first to get, and most of them I didn't charge them.
That's
And
yeah.
I make coffee. I didn't charge them. In the morning, there was coffee machine makes with electric, right? But I had gas, manual coffee that I make with a filter.
Wow.
I make coffee. I didn't charge them. I had the cup, so I the neighborhood knows that I actually I'm not getting uh, any advantages of them to hard times. So we go through a lot of hard time and bad times, and I think I did good, and the returns are good from my neighbor.
I was gonna say see that's what community is all about. And when you are a lot of your neighbors probably have been there for such a long time. So when you have that staple and you have somebody who's just maybe giving you a free slice of pizza or a cup of coffee, it means a lot because it means that you care about them and not just them as like a customer coming in.
100%. That's how you build your trust,
Yeah,
and that's how people get to know you.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I know you have a lot going on with the business and growing it. So what does a typical day look like for you then? Because there's so many nuances, it sounds like.
Uh, well, this month I'm like very busy. I get up mostly at 8 o'clock, and I, sometimes I do exercise. Try to exercise like half an hour, 20 minutes every day at home. I don't go to gym either. I have to go to park or at home. Mostly at home because I don't have time to go back front. Doing it at home, it's better. It gives me a lot of time. And I get up and I look at my emails, phones, texts, this and that. And if I had a program from JMG PR that I go to TVs, if I had let's say from a distributor, I had a meeting with them to talk about the products or this and that. So pretty busy,
Hmm.
pretty busy. Sometimes the days are not enough.
Oh,
You need more
absolutely.
hours.
You
We
need more
need more
hours.
We
hours.
need more
Yeah,
For
hours.
sure. And it's
yeah,
hard to balance as an entrepreneur having the, time for yourself and then doing all the other things,
Yeah.
plus having the family too, right? There's a lot that you have to give all
exactly.
day. And it's hard to keep a balance on.
It's hard. Sometimes I don't spend a lot of time with my family, and I feel bad, especially with my wife. I always thank her that she is very understandable. Sometimes like 2 weeks. It's just like I'm straight out. I
Mhm.
got home at 9, 10, and then tired. But thank God she's very understanding, and I appreciate her
No,
and the
that's
family.
nice to
Yeah.
hear because I feel like it is important to
Well, you
have
need a
someone
support.
that understands and actually support
Absolutely.
system.
If I
Yeah.
couldn't make it without her support,
I was just gonna say, I think to
nobody, no
succeed,
man.
right? You
They
need
very. This is very straight. I'm gonna say that in Turkey we say every successful I don't know if they say it here. Every successful man had a woman behind it. That's what we say in Turkey, and this is very common. And I 100% agree that if your woman is not supporting you, you're not gonna do anything. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's not that they're gonna pamper you with like, "Hey, you're good." No, sport is in life, like a real life.
Yeah.
Like if you're home late, she will understand. If you're too tired, she will understand. And not that only her, of course, I have to understand too. But uh, your wife's or woman, whatever your girlfriend, whatever you call it, sport is actually really important for a man that working outside. There is no question about it. There's no question about it at all.
It is, and especially as an entrepreneur, the lifestyle is so sporadic now.
Yep.
Like you said, the hours are crazy and you're doing different things.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
it's great to have someone like that that understands.
Definitely, definitely. And I call myself lucky about that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So what keeps you motivated? Because obviously we're talking about how running a business is tough, right? It's tough in terms of not enough hours. You probably are juggling not just making the pizza and coming up with new ideas, but handling the business side of it. So what keeps you motivated to keep going and keep growing?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that they keeps like my kids. They are motivator for me. But for me, I really I don't know if it's crazy, but I really watch what I did. I have to like if I sit here and look, I did this, I did that, I did that. Thank God I did. That makes me feel good. And motivating yourself is, of course, making money is. This is my. I do my living
Right.
here with this East Village pizza, but the doing living is not enough. You could make probably I could make same money if I do something else.
Right.
But I like doing things. I like uh, managing things. I like to hustle, and I like to sit here and watch. This is what I did. I do that sometimes. Sit across the street and watch, have my coffee and a cigarette, and say, yes, yes, I did this. Okay, that's good. That makes me feel good. I don't know if it is right or wrong, but
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
But you worked really
yeah.
hard to get
Yeah.
where you are today, and so you should
Yeah.
be able to take a step back and almost like take yourself out of the moment or take yourself out of the situation and look at what you've created and look at the customers coming in. Look at your
Right,
community
right.
supporting you.
Mhm.
I can't imagine. I mean, I'm not a business owner, but I can't imagine, and you both can attest to this, that achieving something like that has to be so rewarding.
It makes me feel good,
Yeah.
Tilling, because I bought East Village Pizza 2003. It was just like a regular pizzeria, but now it's a well-known all over the world pizzeria.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, it makes me feel good.
Good.
It
It should.
should.
It
You
makes
should
me feel
own
good.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now, as a seasoned entrepreneur, because you've gone through this long journey, and now you have this success. Is there one or two lessons you've learned along the way that might be helpful for someone else as a viewer who might be an entrepreneur starting out? Something that was, really key for you looking back.
Okay. There's again a lot of things that I could say, but I'm thinking like which one I should say.
Right.
Probably two things. One, never give up. This is everybody's gonna say this. Don't give up. Most people, I know people that actually very smart, and you don't have to be smart. You don't need to be smart. You just have to keep doing what you are doing constantly. Don't give up is the main idea, but not giving up is not enough. What you need is courage
Yep.
and curiosity, courage, and wisdom is gonna give you a lifestyle benefit, whole life benefit that actually you can go with this. These three things: uh, curiosity, courage, and wisdom. You don't need to study for this. You don't need to go to school for this. You can have it by yourself. You can read it. You can do it. But these three ideas is gonna give you most things that you need when you run a business. When you don't have to run a business wherever you're working.
Right.
Let's say I don't own you don't own somebody doesn't own a business and he's working for someone else. Work like you own a business because you need your work ethics to build. Now you're gonna do the exact same thing when you own your business.
Right.
You're not gonna don't think that hey, this is somebody else's business. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do this. It's okay. When I have my own business, I will do it. That's a total lie that people actually fail. What you are doing right now is gonna exactly do 10 years later because your body is equipped for it. You train your body that way.
Right.
Even though you have your own business, is not gonna give you any idea, any better skills. What you did here 10 years before, you're going to do the exactly same. That's why I didn't know this, but I did work really good. I did work really hard and I worked like my business every single place that I work. But now, if I need to work, I work exact same thing what I do.
Right.
So, uh, not giving up is in general probably you need it, but curiosity, courage and wisdom is going to make your life better to fight with things.
I feel like that's a potential book coming up for him.
I was just gonna
Right?
say
I'm hooked. I'm spot on with it.
we
too.
have the wheels turning. We're feeling a
Yeah.
new creative. So I'd love to ask you because you mentioned earlier we were talking about social media, right? And right now your social media, I think you're at like close to 2 million followers. You really have taken that and ran with it. Like it is fantastic. So when you look at social media, like how would you say that has helped you grow your level of success? Like if you never took, you were saying your friends, right, when you started posting
Right.
and they were saying to you, like, what are you doing? If you would have stopped posting, right? Let's say you would have listened to them, which I say never listen, just keep going. But say you would have listened to them. Do you think you'd be where you are today? So
No,
social media really has
no.
helped you go the distance.
It did help. It does help. It's not, you call it social media. I call it something else, but that that area you need it.
Right.
You need to do your brand. If I would stop, that's what I say. Curiosity, courage, and wisdom. You have to have a curiosity.
Right.
If I would stop, if I wouldn't have curiosity,
Right.
like I would stop when they say, okay, yeah, you're right, I'll listen to you. No,
Right.
I said there should be, if Facebook is making this, there should be something changing.
Right.
If Instagram is, people spend billions of dollars to make the Instagram. It's
Right.
not that easy. There should be something out of it. Like
Right.
there should be something. Dig into it. Dig into it. That's
Right.
curiosity. You dig into it, and I did it. And thank God I did it. I wouldn't be here probably if I would not. If I would listen to my friends. The first videos that I make, probably nobody was making video at the time. All the big media companies, they did share it because there was demand for it.
Right.
When I figure out there's a demand for it, I keep making it. That gives me courage to make it.
Right.
And then after a while, you use your wisdom to do your own things on Instagram.
Right.
I did live stream 3 years.
That's great.
It's like a TV show. I swear to God, it's not that easy. Every
No.
day,
No, I'd be
Production.
stressed
it's,
out.
it's
Right,
not
new
like
ideas.
it's not like sitting in a room. I
Right.
was actually making pizza for customers. I had my light. I had my two phones. One is showing me. The other one, I was reading the comments, and that, thank God I did. Thank God I did.
Well, isn't it amazing you didn't listen to the naysayers? Because so many people, especially entrepreneurs, they get worried about what other people may think.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people say as founders. They might say, I'm not comfortable putting myself out, even on LinkedIn, where it's not even video, it's just text. People have this imposter syndrome where they get nervous about presenting themselves. They feel it's boastful. But really, it's not. It's really you're presenting who you are as a
Yeah.
brand, presenting your business to people, getting them familiar with it, right? It's a smart tactic.
It definitely is.
And it's also authentic, and there's so many elements to it. But it's so often where people hold themselves back because they're afraid of what other people will think.
I don't know why I don't listen,
Mhm.
people.
Good.
And
Yeah.
my wife tells me that too. You don't listen.
She
But
might mean something else.
but I do. What I do is I listen, but I don't do what they say.
Right.
I do what I think. I listen, people.
Right, you
I
take
still
it in.
ask,
Pay
You take it in.
and I pay attention. I take it in, and I said, okay, let's say someone comes in and say, this story is great. It should be read, right? I said, I listen, okay, but I don't do it red. I try to do it better. And probably I would say something brownish would be better. That's what I do. I listen, people. It's not that I don't listen, but
Right.
I don't do what they say. And people don't, I don't, I don't pay attention if someone is saying, hey, don't do it. I don't pay attention to it.
No, that's good.
Either wrong or right, I do it and I will learn if it's wrong.
Right.
I probably that side of me gives me a little bit push of this Swedish pizza success.
Yeah. I think that is such a skill to have because you're paying attention, but you're not trying to please every single person, which is just not
Probably impossible.
possible. But you're still doing what you can, just being insightful.
That's
about
right.
it.
You
Yes.
don't make everybody happy. You're
Mhm.
not a pizza.
Right.
So
Pizza does
can.
make everybody
Yeah.
It
happy.
does. It does.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. And so I would love to talk about one of my favorite PR moments in the history of my career. Do you know what I'm going to say? Say? What? Good Morning America.
Good.
So
Well,
that was
a
one
good
of my
one.
that was amazing because we started out with an idea of a giveaway. This is separate from Good Morning America. This was having a giveaway September of last year
Right.
of 2024. And we were like, let's do something to, I think that it was like in between summer and school. And we're like, let's do something to get more people to the door. So we did a 2-hour giveaway where people used the term EVP and they got a slice
Right.
of pizza. We, and I don't think you even did, expected it to continue on from there because
Right.
then when I went on Good Morning America and we pitched them an idea, they're like, we want you to bring EVP, East Village Pizza, with you. And we're like, okay, well, here's this idea with the giveaway we did 2 months back. And they're like, yes, we want you to talk about it. Then we had the Good Morning America segment about the giveaway, which then there was also part of the giveaway. Then we got New York Post to do a story on it, right? And so we were talking about the press we got from the giveaway as we're getting press, and then we got a post story about us being on Good Morning America. Like, it was press begets press begets press. Like, that cycle
I was
never.
gonna say the train just kept going.
It kept going, which never happens. Usually, you have one media placement, and that's it. Nobody's going to be talking about the media placement.
Right.
So that's one of my favorite moments. For sure.
It's 100%. I really like the way they did it.
Yeah.
I really like the actual side. I even told Kristen, look, if I was there by myself, this wouldn't be any better. This is amazing. And I said, thank God I'm not there, because the videos that they did, I couldn't do everything what I did on the videos. I couldn't do there. So that's probably, I would say, still my favorite. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
It's still my favorite. Yeah. It was amazing.
Did you ever expect either one of you? I'm going to pose the question to both of you. Did you ever expect that giveaway, right? You're like, oh, let's do a giveaway. Would go where it went, like that it would evolve like that?
Personally, no, I did not. I was trying to say, I was trying to do like at least a thank to the neighbors or people that he was saying. I like to people wait for the pizza to have it, to get the line, this and these kind of ideas that I was thinking, but that was plus and plus.
Yeah. And that's one of those examples of you don't know what will happen until you try.
Right.
Exactly.
And then you see where it goes from there. But it's also, you can't pre-plan these big moments.
Right. Exactly.
Because why you have to do them.
You just do it, and then you hope it gets bigger, but you can never really expect to see where it goes. Like, we could never, I don't think, start with being at the top in September of that year, being like, we're going to go for Good Morning America. Like, we went actually small, then got big and got to it. But I think if we started backwards, it would have not been the same result at all.
Probably.
It was such a good approach, steady approach to it.
But now let me ask you a question. When you look back, right? So we're talking about these moments, GMA and all of that. When you think back to those early days, you first came to the States from Turkey, what now would you tell your younger self?
I would ask my father to be rich.
I would love mine to be too. I like that.
Listen.
Okay. I like that.
I don't know if I would say I should do this, I should have done this, I should have done this. I never think, because I mostly don't think back.
Right. You just think
forward. I don't think what I did. I never think that. Sometimes, of course, like once in a while it could happen, but I don't like thinking back. Hey, I should have done this, could be better. This guy did this. If he didn't do it, I would be better. I don't do that. I look mostly forward at what I can do. But there is really nothing I could say. And I suggest everybody in the world, every single person in the world, history is history.
Right.
But there is a life behind, there is a life in front of you. Just live the life, and if possible, live the day, because what's going to happen tomorrow, nobody knows.
I like that.
So I don't have any regrets. But all I can say, thank God I did come.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. God, you did.
Now I have a question. If you weren't running East Village Pizza, what would you be doing today?
I probably would be a TV host.
Oh, I didn't expect that one. That's
I love it.
One.
Well, hey, you never know.
This is possible.
I really like, when I was younger in Turkey, I did actually, not a TV, but I did host a couple events, a friend's weddings, and I talked about like an hour and a half on the mic, thing, introducing, like, you know how the events,
like an MC.
Yeah. I did that, and I really like doing that. I really liked that at the time. But when I got here, of course, like I said, okay, I know you like that, but you give it here because this is a different country. Your language is different. You could do that. You couldn't do that. You have to do something that actually can give you living a life. So, but I did really like being a TV host. Probably I would be. If I was in Turkey, 100% I would be. But here, I don't know if my English it would be enough. I don't know. So.
Never know. I think it's possible.
But what I did, and that side of me, now I'm in Instagram. that's
It makes sense now.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I was gonna say you
he's an
kind of are
introvert.
already your host because
Yeah.
look at what you've created with social, going
right.
doing lives. I mean, that takes a lot of courage to
Yeah.
But
just hit the button and say, "Let's
that side
go."
of me I put on Instagram, so I handle myself there with the social media, and I'm making videos.
Now, do you see East Village Pizza being part of, say, the family legacy for something to carry on with the family?
It is, but hopefully my daughters they would like to do it. Nobody wants to do it so far.
Okay. Well, they're young.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the youngest one would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she would take care of it. I don't know.
You
If
never know.
if no, if none from the family, I really would like to leave this for someone that actually could take care of like their kids. So
Mm.
even they could have branches or no, but they could take care of because East Village Pizza is almost landmark, almost like 30 years. 30 years running a store in New York City.
That's
A
fantastic.
Huge
pizza store in New
accomplishment.
York City. That's really good effort. Why? Because in New York City, people are very smart about pizza. They
Mm.
know what good pizza is.
Yeah.
So any pizzerias that I more than 10 years, I totally respect them a lot, and I don't talk about any pizzeria my competitor at all. Like if people ask me, hey, this pizzeria they make great pizza, even though I don't talk bad things about competitors, but uh this 30 years is really good for a food establishment, especially for pizza.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider opening a second location anywhere?
As East Village Pizza, I don't know yet. I probably would not.
Mm.
I want East Village Pizza to be landmark. And but a couple of years later, I don't know. Maybe an opportunity is gonna come.
And you never say never. You never know
Oh,
what
no, I don't
life
say never,
presents.
but I don't want to be. If even though if I had branches, I don't want to be more than 2 branches in New York City.
Okay. That
But
makes
for
sense.
now,
Yeah, it's a
one
lot
is
to
good.
manage.
For now, one is good.
Yeah.
For now, one is good.
Well, I've really enjoyed this conversation.
This has been
was
a
a lot of
great
fun.
yes. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. For everyone watching, how can they find East Village Pizza?
Thank you. They can find me anywhere on Instagram, eastvillagepizza.net, Instagram at East Village Pizza, or they could just walk First Avenue and East 9th Street, 145 First Avenue. They could find me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you
Frank.
guys. Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate it,
you.
and I'm honored to be here.